Every year, there's always one game that comes out that's always a stinker that nobody likes, no one wants to be near it, no one wants to spend their money on it, and guess what? Every YouTuber is going to talk shit about it. And so last year we had Balan's Wonderworld, which that was probably the worst game I've seen in a hot minute. And then this year we have Babylon's Fall. Now, if you don't know what Babylon's Fall is, it's a game created by Platinum Games. It was one of their own original IPs, and it was supposed to be one of those live service type of games where they're continuously updated, servers are running, everyone's supposed to come online, sing Kumbaya. It's like Destiny, but Platinum Games version in their universe, which fortunately, well, actually no, it was probably for the best. It failed. It did horribly. And since its release, it really hasn't had any players, at least on PC. In the game's initial launch in March 2022, it originally had a peak of 1,166 players. And then 1 month later, it went down to 307, and then pretty much every month that went by after, it depressingly got worse and worse. And now we're in September, and we're currently at 1 player that played 23 minutes ago, 2 that played in the past 24 hours, and then 1,166 is still the all-time peak. And then when you look at the graph from when it first came out, it just pretty much got worse and worse and worse as time progressed. Pretty much you went down to no players by the time July came. Pretty much 1 month later, the game was already dead in the waters, at least on PC. Now again, this is only on PC. There could be players playing on Xbox or PS5, PS4, or wherever console it released on. Maybe they're still playing it, enjoying it, but I don't think anybody's really playing this, and Platinum Games realizes that themselves too. That's why they're shutting it down. So last month, Platinum Games released a statement saying that, hey guys, we're sorry, the game is pretty much dead. Nobody's playing this shit, and we're gonna shut it down. They said, with the desire to deliver an exhilarating online multiplayer action RPG set in an elaborate high fantasy world, we launched the game's official service on Thursday, March 3rd, 2022, and have continued to undertake additional development and operations. However, it is with deep regret to inform you that we will be terminating the game's service on Friday, 27th, 2023. As a result, we will also cancel the large-scale updates that we had planned. In terms of the plan moving forward, Season 2 will run until Tuesday, November 29th, 2022 as scheduled, and the final season will begin with the maintenance scheduled on the same day. This final season is the period during which you can earn the ranking rewards of Season 2. As a way of expressing our gratitude to our players, we plan to implement as many events and other initiatives as we can leading up to the end of the service. And then they pretty much just show all the events and things that they have planned. Now, honestly, while sad, I'm not surprised at this at all. No one was excited for this game. Nobody cared for it. Reviewers blasted it. They called it a dog shit game. You pretty much had everyone and their grandma calling this the worst game of the year, and it pretty much stands for itself on why it is. Unfortunately, it sucks for the 2 to 3 players who actually still play this game that is going to shut down, but at least they get a proper time to divulge into it and have fun with the, I don't know, one other person online, if they're online even. From its inception, it was a game built on the whole multiplayer aspect, so if there's nobody online, I don't know who you're going to celebrate these events with, what you're even going to really do. I guess maybe buy the game and celebrate the game ending with your friends. That's a possibility. I stand corrected. I just looked at the game on Steam. I couldn't find it on my own, so I looked it up on the internet, and they actually already took it off the store, which good on them, because it would be a shame for anyone that would get deceived or lied, or maybe someone gifted them this game and they just pretty much wasted money on a game that's about to die. And then just out of curiosity, I wanted to look at the Steam forums because there's always something spicy. You never know what you're going to read there. And I mean, for the few players that do exist on this game still, it's just pretty much copium. Pretty much them just acting like this game was good and people just didn't get it. They didn't understand it. Most people here don't even know the game and are acting like they know how good / bad it is. It's pretty funny, don't you think? And then this user said, Dead on Arrival canceled after less than 6 months after release, low Metacritic score, etc. You're right, this is the best game ever made. You don't need to own the game, you only need to have eyes. This man said, play the game before forming an opinion on it, mate. People like to listen to other idiots saying X game is crap or Y game is great, but they never had the will to try it. This is what we like to call the little sheep of the gaming industry. It is these people that keep buying microtransactions and other crap that corporations shove down their throat. These are the people who defended games as a service and will continue to do so until gaming will be a luxury than a hobby. And then the rest of the other threads is looking for people to play with. What is actually happening with Babylon's Fall? Babylon Falls flopped so badly, physical copies are being sold. Last I checked for like $2. I saw that earlier. What's with all the hate this game is going? It's pretty much a lot of people who are either out of the loop or really high on copium, and they don't really want to see that this game is actually not that great, and people did not give a shit about it. Now, I know you might be wondering, why am I making this video if the post was made last month in like mid-September? Well, one, because I was trying to cover all the other Twitch shit that was going on, so I never got time to get around to this video. But two, there was a new post made today that was kind of interesting and sad at the very same time. So earlier today, Platinum CEO actually spoke out about what happened with the Babylon Falls launch. Well, they said as much as they could. They pretty much said, we're extremely sorry that this happened, and you know, we made a mistake, but we're going to learn from what we fucked up on this time, because next release is going to be better. And you might be wondering, does that mean they're going to do games as a service again? Yes, they are. This might be their first attempt, but it's not their last, if they can stay afloat that long. So pretty much the CEO says that because of the restrictions around the publishing agreement, they can't really say too much about it, but he'll say where he can. He has said that a studio has learned from this mistake in the way this game has launched, and that future live service games will do better. Now, maybe it could go well, but I have my doubts. The CEO said, firstly, the important thing is I want to know that we are not able to comment on certain areas of the games developed with our partners, and that's one of the reasons we're not fond of our current situation that only limits us to the game development. To be honest with you, in terms of concrete reasons or the process that led to the conclusion of the title, you have to go ahead and ask Square Enix about the details, unfortunately. And pretty much he says that he understands that the closure of the service is pretty much a slap in the face, kind of spitting on their fans who actually paid money for the game and wanted to keep on playing it, and he understands it's going to upset and anger them. And he says any disappointment that we may have caused our fan base is something that we feel extremely sorry about, and the fact that we let our dedicated fans to feel about that way as a developer. Providing any other sentiment other than enjoyment and fun in our creations to players is something we are not happy about at all as a developer. And then he said that even if they were to have full control over the entire project, it doesn't really mean that they would be successful or if they would have been able to avoid failure, but it is what it is. It's just what happened. They're going to learn from it, move on, and try to tackle their next live service game better. Now for me, I love Platinum Games. I think they're a great developer. I love Bayonetta. I love Nier. I love all the games that they have pretty much worked on. Personally, I'm indifferent for games as a service. I don't dislike them. I don't really enjoy them either, but some I actually like. But I think the problem Platinum Games has, and they understand themselves, is their IPs. They don't really have anything that's strong, something they can carry on their backs. It's not like Nier, it's not like Bayonetta. These are not games they fully own, so they don't have the same ability to just take them and say, all right, we're going to make a Nier 3 or Nier 4, and we're going to make a games as a service version of it. They don't, that's out of their control. They can't do that. From what I read over the years, Platinum Games kind of struggles to really stay afloat financially, and the only thing that really keeps them going is the contracts that they make with other companies like Nintendo when they make Bayonetta 3, or when they work with Square Enix and they make Nier. It's pretty much them making games like that that keep them afloat at this time. With them making this game, it was kind of their attempt to see, all right, let's see if we can make something good, and it flopped. I tried a demo, I didn't have fun. Of course, like I said, all the reviewers didn't enjoy it. So hopefully they learn from this lesson. I really hope their next one is good. Personally, I don't want a games as a service coming from them. I don't think it fits in their repertoire or catalog or their skills, but I could be proven wrong. But if we're going off first impressions, their first game really did not leave a good taste in my mouth for anybody else. And to be honest, it's probably going to cloud a lot of people's judgments for when their next game is announced. People are going to be a lot more skeptical because their first game flopped and their second one potentially could flop too. So who knows? We'll see. So who knows? Only time will tell. Anyways, if you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider giving it a like and subscribing. Leave me a comment what you think below. Have a great day. Yeah.